welcome everybody. I'm delusional because it's like 4 o'clock in the fucking morning because goddamn Tony Khan wouldn't shut the fuck up with this goddamn media scrum. We're here because this is the last episode of the year, and World's End. World's End
He,
is a thing.
he would have kept going. We would have been like starting next year.
Yeah, that's how fucking bad it
Shit,
was. Holy shit. So
hundred
before
percent
we
his
even
fault.
before we even get into the breakdown of the pay per view, what's your overall thoughts? Just a summary. Like, what's your overall thoughts of pay per view?
It was okay, but how you always say, what I mean, you got to hit the landing. They
Yes.
missed the landing, in my opinion. But the match quality was good. Good, not great.
Okay. So for once, like you're being overly too like just try to be nice to them. I'm not gonna say that the last
Oh
three
hell no.
matches, yes, they were good. Everything else on this
Mhm.
fucking card was just deplorable and dumb. It just was like
Okay.
it was just a brain dead show. Like I don't know what they were going for in this whole show. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, oh, this show was great. This show, like, I haven't heard from anybody who, even some of the hardcore, diehard AEW fans are like, yeah, this wasn't the best show. And then somebody said, well, this wasn't the best show of AEW all year. And somebody was like, no, no, no. Like, there was another one, but they couldn't think of another one. They couldn't think of another show that was as bad as World's End. That's how fucked up it was. It was like the last three matches. If the last three matches didn't happen, this show would have been just a disgrace. Like it would have been a disgrace to AEW. And anybody who just goes, "Oh, all the matches were good," are fucking delusional. You're fucking delusional. This show was bad until the last three matches. The last three matches saved it to give it an average fucking rating. Everything else was you got to throw this the fuck out. That's it. It's over.
Okay.
I mean, this shit was just like
I could agree with it being average. Yeah.
yeah, because like everything, the last three matches, if they didn't happen, it would have been like, this is a garbage ass show. This is garbage. Like I watched it and was like, this is complete dog shit. It is garbage. It is fucking garbage. But you know what? Let's get down to the breakdown of the show. So it started off with Willow Nightingale versus Chris Statlander on the Zero Hour. And I know people are like, what the fuck? How did this even come about? It's come about for like, not even joking, a week ago. Stokely Hathaway said something to Chris Statlander, trying to get her and Willow to break up. Then on Rampage, they basically is like, hey, like, why don't we wrestle to make sure that like we're still friends? Okay, cool. What? Yeah, no, we're gonna wrestle to make sure
That's
we're friends.
literally what happened.
Yeah, it was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like that didn't make no sense. It's like, nah, just we're gonna wrestle to make sure we're still friends. Okay, cool. And Willow beat Chris Statlander, and like I'm sitting there like she's gonna turn on her. She's gonna turn on her. Nah, didn't happen. Didn't happen.
That pissed me off. Like there was no payoff. Like if there was like payoff, like a betrayal, like even if Chris was the one betraying, it would make it worth it. This match was not worth it.
Exactly. Exactly. Like it was there was no reason for this at all. So
Yeah.
then we had the Battle Royal. The winner gets the TNT title shot, basically a money in the bank. It basically gets a money in the bank.
Hmm.
They could cash in anytime. And soon as Kill Switch, which is formerly Luchasaurus, as soon as Kill Switch won, I was like, oh, I know exactly where this is going. I know exactly where this is going.
Yeah. Same.
I was like,
Same.
yeah, this is I know where this is going. So that's set up for later on in the night. I'm like, okay, cool.
The funny part,
Mm-hmm.
right? I didn't expect it to happen later on that night. I expected it like way later.
No, no, I expected it to happen that night. I was like, it's happening that night. It's happening tonight. Because
Okay.
I figured
Cool.
exactly what happened was going to happen. I was like, this is going to happen and play out exactly how it happened, and that's exactly what happened. So that was
Yeah.
a thing. Then we had Hook versus Wheeler Yuta, and this was for the FTW title, and so it was all right. Hook won because he used a hockey stick to choke out Wheeler Yuta, and to me, it was just like the only reason to me it just felt like flat because it's going to still lead to another match because Wheeler's going to be like, you didn't beat me like normally, you cheated and you did your FTW stuff, but you can't beat me in a real match, and it's like, oh, so it's still not over, and it's like this is one of those things where it's like, oh, this should be over and we should move on, and they're like, no, 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 we're going to keep this going. Like, all right, sure.
And there's going to be definitely a third match after that too. So,
So then we get into the pay-per-view, which started with an 8-man match, which was Bryan Danielson, Claudio, Mark Briscoe, and Daniel Garcia versus Brody King, Jay White, Jay Lethal, and Rush. Like, this was a thrown together match. This is an all-star match from everybody who didn't win in the Continental Classic. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. All right. And the only thing
I was thrown off.
It didn't make any fucking sense. The only thing that I got out of this match that I was just like, my dick is hard for this was because Jay White and Bryan Danielson was in the ring, and I was like, oh my God, I never knew that they didn't have a match, and I didn't know I want this match. Like, as soon as that happened, I was like, oh my God, this is what I want. Like, I want this match. Give me this in a singles match right here. That's all I was thinking about the rest of the match. Daniel Garcia got the win, but it was like, that was the only thing I thought about was like, we got to have Jay White versus Bryan Danielson one-on-one. Someday, some way, somehow. Has to happen.
Yeah.
So then we got Andrade versus Miro. The loser leaves and goes to WWE. That was it. Or also, everybody in this match leaves and goes to WWE. Like, one of the two. Like, it's that simple. And this is why. So earlier in the day, way early in the day, very early in the day, I find out that, Andrade's contract is up at 12 o'clock tomorrow, and he's probably going back to WWE. And then somebody was like, oh, it's going to be a Rick Rude situation. And I was like, okay, like, how the fuck is that going to happen? And, like, as the details start rolling out, was like, no. His contract is really over, and tonight is his last night, and there's nothing else he's done. He can show up on Monday just clean as shit. It was like, well, fuck. Like that, well, fuck. And that's what I was like immediately. I was like, oh, Andrade's losing and Miro's going to win. But, like, as the match was going on, like, I got another text and was like, yeah, also Miro is going to be ending up really soon. I'm like, oh. Well, shit, then everybody's leaving this fucking match.
Damn, him too?
Yeah, like he's leaving too. Like fuck it, like, well, then shit. Like, and like that goes
And
back.
his wife just signed over there, I think.
No, she didn't. That's the thing. She never signed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she never signed. So they could just go right back. And that brings up to like MJF's quote, because he had like this thing in the tribute. I'm not going to get into it because he said some stuff in there that I totally vehemently disagree, and I'm not going to get into it on this podcast, and I will not. So I'm going to move on with that. But he said some stuff that like made me go like laugh because it's true. He was like, there are people that come in that go to AEW and just hanging around just so they can get back to WWE. And then immediately Andrade just proves him right. It's like, no, that's exactly what I was doing. I was just hanging around to WWE called me. I'm back. And it's like, there's a bunch of people because like fucking Miro is another one. And Malachi Black is another person that's waiting to go back. Like, it's like, yeah, like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, they don't want to be here.
Buddy
too. Him too. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I understand exactly what's going on with that, and it was like, I don't have any problem with people going like, "Oh, I want to go back to WWE." It's the problem when you just like go over there and just like completely shit the bed when you get to AEW. Like, oh fuck this place! This place is dog shit. Da, da, da. You don't go over there if you're like not gonna try. Go over there and try and just be like, all right, well, this is not for me. I want to go home. It's just that simple. Don't go over there and just like be a dick about it. Just go over there, try it. Oh, and if it don't work, go home. It's like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna go back home. That's it. Just that simple.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah. Many people had left WWE and fucking they thrived. Prime example is Drew McIntyre when he left the first time.
Yeah.
Like he did real well.
Yeah. And it's like people leave and come back, and it's like it's not a big deal, but like don't go over there and just like shit the bed. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So then we had Timeless Tony Storm versus Riho. And we all knew how this match was going to go, and Tony Storm wins. The funny part is, like, everybody was more invested after the match because they're like, oh, is there going to get a Mercedes running? Will Mercedes show up? And the reason that came up because the night before, Sean Ross Sapp said, oh, WWE and Mercedes are no longer in talks. She's gone. They expect her to be in another company immediately. And so the first thing everybody goes to is like, oh my God, the last time they said somebody's going to debut immediately was the last time when Edge left and went right to AEW. It was like, oh, he's debuting over there immediately. And he did right after they said it. And so that had a lot of people going, oh, well, she's definitely going to show up here. But then a lot of other people started to get to the conspiracy where they were like, wait a minute. The last time somebody did this same exact thing was the last time CM Punk showed up in WWE. And people have asked Sean Ross Sapp a bunch of times, like, is this confirmed? Is this contract, is pen to paper in AEW? He says, no. This is a guess. I'm not saying that it actually has happened, but this is my estimation and my guess. And with things going on backstage behind the scenes in AEW, I'm not leaning to her going to AEW. If she's going somewhere else, it's either going to be Japan or Impact, TNA. Why the fuck when they start calling themselves TNA, I start calling them fucking Impact? What the fuck is wrong with me?
How about that?
That's so fucked up. Because remember, Scott D'Amore
we've been calling him fucking TNA.
Yeah, Scott D'Amore said there's a huge signing that he's trying to sign. And it's going to be a huge name at Hard to Kill. So he could be that name. That would be great for TNA. That would be huge. Like AEW, yeah, it would be huge, but like at the same time, her not wanting to sign there and wanting to go back to WWE, and it's like it's a little too fishy. Like something is off with that whole thing. But the thing is, like, if WWE decided not to sign her for whatever reasons that they tried to re-sign, which I don't know, and I have no idea. If they did, then it's totally their loss. They fumbled her. But if this is actually a thing where they're actually, hey, we're going to tease it, and then we're going to tell everybody she's not going and she's going somewhere else, that would be another genius move on WWE's part. But like I said, I don't know what's going on. I don't have any concrete evidence of what's going on. The shit that she's been teasing is just like, hey, I'm going back to WWE. She put out a fucking post on Christmas that like was literally the post that everybody was like, the fuck? Like, are you serious? Because she put out a tweet and a post and it just said, happy holiday. And everybody was like, the fuck? And the reason they said the fuck, because she lined it up, happy holidays. And all of the H's were capital. And it was like, the fuck? Like, what, huh? Like, that's Triple H. You did that. That's not a joke. Like, you did that deliberately to tell everybody that it was Triple H. And it was like, no, guys, I'm not doing anything. Then she takes a picture of her training with a picture of Triple H in the background. It's like, I'm not doing anything. And then immediately we find out that she's no longer negotiating with WWE. And it's like, I don't know what kind of games everybody is playing, but by the middle of 2024, we'll figure out what the fuck is going on. That's all I can say. That's it.
What's funny with that one, like normally shit like that gets me. I was the only one that thought like, yeah, like nah, you ain't getting me with this one, and it might be a thing. So
Yeah, and the funny part is the last time she did something like this, it wound up being true, but it was such a swerve that everybody was like, what the fuck? The last two times she did this, like when she was joking about, hey, I'm going to Japan. I'm going to fight Kairi Sane. And everybody's like, that's not happening. Oh, it happened. Then when she started tweeting pictures about London and showed up at All In, everybody like, oh, what the fuck? Like, wait. Now she's tweeting about WWE, and then a report comes out that they're no longer negotiations. It's not happening. She's imminently going to AEW, but nobody can confirm like when it's happening. It's like I don't know if she's working everybody or like this is actually a thing. So we're gonna let this play out.
yeah,
And at the media scrum, Tony Khan basically did say he's going after female talents, but he said that before he was going after female talent. And like there's some out there, Camille, Deanna Perrazzo, there's a couple of people that's like free agents. It's like, all right, cool. But like Mercedes was never on like the last time he brought up Mercedes, it was like, yeah, this is a no-go. And now it's just like, well, I'm going to be in free agency looking, and it's like, all right, we'll see what happens. And
like if he winds up getting there, I'll be surprised.
I will too, because like a lot of shit, like I said, a lot of shit behind the scenes with AEW is really fucking not okay. So her signing there is like, I mean, yeah, I guess she did it for the money, but it's like, that's all I can say.
Yeah,
But yeah, so moving on, we had Swerve Strickland versus Dustin. Now it was supposed to be Swerve versus Keith Lee. They set it up on Dynamite. Keith Lee put out a contract, and Swerve said, "No, I'm accepting. This is it. We're going. It's happening." So that was a thing. But then all of a sudden, they're saying Keith Lee is injured. Like Keith Lee tweeted something on Twitter, and it was basically him basically saying like, "No, I'm not really injured. They just took me off." And it's like, "Oh, okay. Like, what's happening?" Because it was like he didn't kind of say it. He just like put out an eye emoji, like, yeah, I don't know about that player. And so I don't know what's going on, but like he wasn't there. And then Swerve was actively pissed off about it. And Swerve was like, yo, I'm not doing this again. He was like, I'm not doing this again. If Keith Lee wants to battle me, he better have a title or it better be for a championship or something. I'm not doing this again. He was like, I'm over it. And I agree with him. I'm over it too.
yep.
But he fought
Honestly,
Dustin.
this match should not have been like happening.
I mean, it shouldn't have, and then like it happened, and in the first 5 minutes, Swerve curb stomped Dustin's ankle on a cinder block, and then like the rest of the match, Dustin comes back. He wrestles normally for the rest of the match, and it was like, so all those people that say shit about Seth Rollins who don't sell or whatever, like Dustin had this quote unquote ankle injury, and then just like wrestled normal for the rest of the fucking match. It's like, oh okay. Well, sure. All right. He lost, but
Like a
like,
reset.
yeah, he lost, but like, whatever. So then we had another 8 men. Yes, we had two 8 men. This stemmed out of the Sammy Guevara return on Dynamite, where the Don Callis family was there. Sammy Guevara returned, and he basically they kicked him out because he was an asshole and he said, you guys didn't check on me when I was having a baby and all of this stuff. And then he teamed up with Chris Jericho. And for some godforsaken reason, Sting and Darby Allin just showed the fuck up and they just became a team and they fought Ricky Starks, Bill, and the Don Callis family, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? This is so random and hodgepodge. I was so confused. I was baffled, and I just didn't give a fuck. That's exactly
You
what
thought
happened.
that first one was thrown together. This one was definitely thrown together.
Yeah, this was so fucking random. Like every time something happened in this, I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, what the fuck is happening? This makes no fucking sense. And then they had the
Yeah.
match, and so I'm addressing it. I'm addressing it. I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat it. So years ago, when Kylie Ray she left AEW, there was something going on, and people was like, "Oh, it's her mental health. It's this. It's that. It's this." So there were rumors out there that something happened with a top member of AEW and Kylie Ray. No one actually knew exactly what it was. Somebody actually put out a tweet saying exactly what happened. It was like, no, this is what happened. This was years ago. This was years ago when this person put out the tweet, like 2020 or 2019. I don't remember. But this person put out this tweet. Everybody was like, you don't know shit. All right, fuck off. And just moved on. It was like, oh, okay. And so the other day, Nick Hausman on Rumor in Windows podcast was talking to CM Punk's lawyer who got into it with Jericho talking about NDAs. And Nick Hausman said, and this was like not even a throwaway line, he said, wow, Jericho, how many times have you had people sign NDAs? And that started everybody questioning, going, what is Nick Hausman talking about? And everybody went digging and uncovered and found out that Chris Jericho tried to sexually assault Kylie Ray. It was like, oh, that's what the NDA was. And yes, he made her sign an NDA. Now, with all of that coming out, and everybody's like, oh, well, that's fucked up, and they wanted to crucify Jericho, the same person put out a tweet, was like, well, Jericho's not the only person that made somebody sign an NDA. Like, his friends do it too. It was like, wait, what? They was like, yeah, Don Callis. Like, wait, what do you mean Don Callis? Yeah, he tried to sexually assault Scarlett, and he made her sign an NDA. That's the only way that her and Killer Cross got out of the Impact. Like, whoa, buddy, everybody's just a scumbag. What the fuck is going on? And that's what's
The
been
wrestling ministry.
apparently. This is really fucking wild. It's just all these things are getting open, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? And they've been asking Tony Khan about it. He's not going to comment. Part of me is like, okay, I understand that because you had to do your due diligence, but the way he was talking, like, nah, I don't really give a fuck about it. It's like, all right, dude, like, you better give a fuck because this is going to hurt your company eventually. But such is life. They had the 8-man match, and everybody, like, this is what fucked me up. They start singing Jericho's song in the very beginning, and I'm like, you guys know he's a fucking sexual assaulter. And he was like, no, we're going to sing. And then, like, halfway through, people realized it was like, yo, dog, like, he did the thing. And it was like, oh, boo! What the fuck? Like, y'all shouldn't have sung the song to begin with. They started chanting NDA and all of this stuff to Jericho. And it was fucked up because you have Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Darby Allin all on the same team. And it's like, okay, like, where is the saving grace? Sting was the only saving grace there. You're like, oh, okay, it's Sting. And, okay, all right.
He, bet you he's happy as shit that he's about to leave soon.
Yeah, he is. Because it's like, wow. So Sting's team won, and that was a thing. That brought down the house, and everybody was like, ugh, this kind of sucks. So then we moved on to have Julia Hart versus Abaddon. And at first, this match was like, all right. And then it just like, I don't know what the fuck happened. It just fell completely off the rails. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? It just got really bad. And then at like the finish of the match, Julia went for the moonsault, and she just botched it. Like she landed on her feet and just laid on Abaddon. Like, what is happening? It was weird. It was very weird.
It was a house rules match too, which I want to say they threw in their last minute because I didn't hear that anywhere.
No, because it was like they do that all the time. Like, hey, we're gonna do this thing, and it's like, okay, sure, whatever. It was so random. It
And
was
they could
so
have picked
random.
like the house rules thing is basically you get a 20 count. I forget what else, but then the opponent gets to pick a stipulation. Stipulation was biting is legal. The
Yeah, that
fuck?
that didn't make no fucking sense to me. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's so weird.
Like it fits her character, but it it, it
No,
was
no, no,
weird.
no. I'll tell you why it doesn't fit her character. You want to know
Mhm.
why? When the
Why?
fuck did she start biting people?
A
Like
while
she
ago, you
has.
don't remember the time she made Sheeta bleed? She made Sheeta bleed. They actually referenced that.
I don't even remember that. That's why I was so fucking confused. I'm like, I don't know any of this. Like, this is so fucking random. It's so fucking random.
Like Sheeta like is terrified of her for that reason. So like it makes sense for her character. She's supposed to be quote unquote a zombie, but they could have picked a better stipulation.
They could,
Like
yeah, they could have did
claws
way
counting or
better,
something.
way better.
Yeah.
So then we had the match that started to turn us around was Adam Copeland Edge versus Christian. So this match was good because it was basically a fucking notice cue, anything goes gimmick match. It was like, oh, this is fucking great. Like they're gonna beat people up and fuck people up. And for some reason the crowd just started chanting TLC and I was like, this isn't a TLC match. You guys are dumb. And then they literally used tables, ladders, and chairs in this match. I was like, you know what? Maybe you guys aren't dumb. I'm just dumb for thinking it. But it was
They
fucking
proved you
hilarious.
wrong.
Yes, they did. And the funny part was Edge came out with like the same kind of gear he wore at WrestleMania 22. And that was when he did the flaming table spot with Mick Foley. And he did a flaming table spot with Nick Wayne that got totally botched. But it happened. So yeah.
I feel like botches happen all throughout the night.
Yeah. And then Edge won the match. Edge wins the match. He beats Christian. And then Killswitch comes out and cashes in. And Killswitch is about to cash in, and Christian's like, nah, no, 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 give me. And I was like, oh, he's gonna turn on Christian. Like, nah, he gave it to
That's what I
Christian.
thought.
Like, I really did. And then he was like, nah, he just gave it to Christian. I was like, okay, this played out almost exactly how I thought it would play out in a different scenario, but it played out in this perfect scenario. And he gave it to Christian. Christian beats Edge. 1, 2, 3. Christian wins the title back immediately. Like that was awesome.
What do you think he has over him? Because it got to
I
be something.
I don't know actually, but I really want to know. I want to know. But holy shit, that was so awesome. So then we get to the main event. I mean, not the main event. The last match of the Continental Classic. So Moxley beats Jay White. He pins Jay White instead of Swerve in the triple threat match. So that's how Moxley gets in. Then Bryan Danielson loses to Eddie Kingston in a really banger match on Dynamite. So we get to Eddie Kingston versus Moxley, and Moxley told Eddie Kingston on Dynamite, you better bring it all. He was like, you want to be like your fucking legends? You better fucking bring it. And like, Eddie cuts his promo and says whatever he says back. It was like, oh, okay. And then we have this match, which was an awesome match between Eddie Kingston and Moxley. And lo and behold, the person who I thought was going to win won, which was Eddie Kingston.
I think the problem with this whole show was everything was so predictable.
I mean, that too, but like not the last match, but like that too. But it's like, it just like it kind of like the wrestling still kind of sucked. Like some of the wrestling still kind of sucked. Not even joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like
Yeah, that's why I said it was okay, not great. It was like a lot of debauching and a lot of unnecessary shit.
oh, of course, yeah, definitely was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you said, I was trying to be like ultra nice. Okay to me, like it's lower tier.
Yeah, like I'm not even gonna pretend that it was like lower tier. It was just bad. It was fucking bad.
Yeah,
And like everybody that's gonna defend it and be like, "Oh, this show was so great," it's like, no, it wasn't. Like, is and then I heard people say, "Oh, one of the reasons it wasn't so good was because of the elite. They weren't there." And it's like, the fuck are you talking about? There's been pay-per-views where the elite wasn't there that were fucking bangers. And it was like, holy shit, this is a great like that whole time when they beefed with CM Punk right after All Out and they had those 2, 3 pay-per-views back to back, and like the elite wasn't there, it was like, oh my god, this is so great. And then the one time when everybody got injured from the elite and they just like totally missed another pay-per-view, the pay-per-view was still good. This pay-per-view just was dog shit. That's it.
yeah. Like you can't blame them for that. Like Kenny's hurt. The Bucks are handling some shit. I don't know, but like it wasn't their fault. It just the way this show was booked. Blame Tony if anything.
Oh well, nobody will blame Tony for that. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, because he did savior wrestling, quote unquote.
I mean, like the only thing that pisses me off when people go, "Oh, he saved wrestling. He saved wrestling." He's like he saved American wrestling. They be like, "No, he saved American wrestling," and it's like I wanted to like I kind of want to just be like, yeah, like he did, but he didn't. And the funny part was like when Dave Meltzer himself on his podcast started actually coming to the realization, but quickly realized like, oh shit, I'm saying something bad, and just cut it the fuck off. Because Dave Meltzer starts going, yeah, like Ring of Honor was really good, and like New Japan just had like the best stuff. But then when AEW came and they just took all these people and everybody just like left and went to AEW, then like everything else died. He's like, and it just like kind of killed both companies. And it's like, oh, you're saying the thing that I've been saying for years. And then he goes, yeah, but like also like AEW just has like the best matches. So I mean, they didn't really kill like anything. It's like, no, you just said that they killed 2 companies in the process. And he's like, no, but they have the best wrestling. It's like, you just admitted to what I've been saying. They killed companies, and you're like, all right. Then I'm like, all right, fuck it. Because it was just like a
He took it
quick,
back real quick.
yeah, because it was like a straight up quick admission. Because they were talking about Wrestle Kingdom and how like he wasn't excited about it, and then he just like brought up Ring of Honor and how like that used to be so good. And then, like you just said, exactly the problem was AEW took all of the talent, and they're still consistently taking talent. They took Jay White, they took Bill Ospreay, and he's like breaking it down, like literally coming to the mental realization that AEW was also bad for a lot of companies. And he's like, "Oh shit, I'm saying something bad," and it's like, dog, like this, all you had to do was just admit that this is a thing. Just like everybody else needs to admit that they actually was very destructive in other wrestling companies when they're just like, no, they created a new one. They still were very destructive in other wrestling companies and still are. And they have still just keep signing people, taking them away from big wrestling promotions and just killing them. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. My
And
AEW
not
rant,
using the people that they what you call it, they sign either. Because a lot of people should not be signed if they're not going to use them.
yes. And I'm not gonna go on my rant that I've been mentally going on for like the last 3 weeks about Jay White and how he should have been the first WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I'm not gonna go on that rant. But I'm just gonna move on and go to the last match in AEW Dynamite, which was set up even more dumbassily on Dynamite. Yes, I said dumbassily because it wasn't set up very right. So this whole story about Samoa Joe protecting fucking MJF was a thing and he's protecting him. And then the two masked devils take on MJF and Samoa Joe. And it's for the tag titles. And it was like, okay, that's a thing. Soon as I remembered that this was happening at the end of the show, oh, Samoa Joe got injured by the Devils. And it's like, oh, Samoa Joe's going to turn on him. All right, cool. The Devils win. They beat Max, and now they're the new tag champs. And then Joe comes out, and he's about to attack Max. And the Devils came up on the screen and said, hey, thanks for helping me out. Joe attacks Max, beats the hell out of him. And it goes into this whole thing of, hey, oh my God, Joe was helping the Devil. And as soon as that happened, immediately it was just like, oh, so it definitely is Adam Cole. It's definitely Adam Cole. And you know how I knew it was like 100% Adam Cole after that?
Yeah.
He literally said to the Devil, thanks for helping me out. And remember, when you go back to the very beginning, when Max got injured that time, Adam Cole said to Samoa Joe, can you please help me out and protect Max while I'm gone? He asked him for help, and Joe said, yes, I will do it for you. And that was like,
it actually goes back to a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, like him saying that, I was like, oh shit. So the funny part was Joe and Max have this match. Adam Cole is literally out there. He comes out in the beginning, and I'm like, oh, he's going to have an effect on this match. He doesn't. There's a ref bump and everything. Adam Cole has no effect on this match at all. Neither do the Devils. Joe just chokes out Max.
He had a small one.
With the ring, that the funny part was like that was so insignificant because like it did like soon as Joe attacked Max, like Max just came right back and just started beating the shit out of Joe, and it's like, oh, so that didn't mean anything. And it was like it was so small,
Yeah,
it was like
true.
it didn't mean anything. And then like Joe choked. The funny part was Joe choked out Max, and the referee was like, that was 3, and I'm like, did that really happen? And the ref tells them to ring the bell, but Bryce Remsburg is standing there like a fucking moron because he keeps fucking standing there going, did he win? Like, what do you mean, did he win? You just said he won. He's like, I don't know. Was this supposed to happen? They're like, Doug, like, he kept standing there and he was so fucking confusing because he was like, did he win? And, like, I saw some fans going, like, wait, did he win? Like, what happened? Because, like, the whole time,
I was confused too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because he kept looking around like, was I supposed to do that? Did I do the right thing? And it's like, dog, you made the call. Like, you said, ring the bell. And you're still standing there like, is this the right thing? Did I mess up? It's like, what the fuck are you doing? That's why I hate Bryce Remsburg. He's so fucking idiotic. It was so dumb. It was
His
so dumb.
arm felt weird too. Like it felt like he threw his hand. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it was like he just kept look. It's so dumb. It was like, and like for like 5 minutes, like everybody was like, "Did Joe win the title or did he not? Like, is the match still going on?" Because like I was thinking they were gonna restart the match until Joe like got all the way up the ramp. I'm like, they're gonna restart the match, right? Like they're gonna like because he kept fucking looking. I'm like, they're gonna restart the match. It's gonna happen. But no, Joe won the title and they moved on. I was like, oh, okay. And then that's when the Devils showed up. The Devils showed up and they drag Adam Cole in the ring and they got Max and Adam Cole down and they got the chair. And Adam keeps saying, hit me instead, hit me. And
Don't hit him, you son of a bitch.
MJF is like, no, hit me, don't hit him. And then the lights go out. And the lights come back on, and Adam Cole is sitting in the chair. And I don't know why, but MJF was so fucking baffled. He was like, what? what's going on? It's like, what do you mean, what's going on? He's the devil. Like he's sitting with them and they're protecting him. Like, don't you just like, shouldn't you just be like, you son of a bitch? Like, that would have been my first thought instead of being like, what's going on? It
Yeah,
was
but
so.
remember, like the character development he went through, like he's goody goody now. As much as an asshole he tries to be, right now he's going through his like pure good guy phase, and most good guys do that shit.
And it was just so stupid. And then like the Devils revealed to be Wardlow in the Kingdom and Roderick Strong. It's like, oh, yay! So
Like we didn't say that like a million times.
right. The funny part is like I did hear that they actually did use like Jack Perry stuff to try to throw us off of the Adam Cole thing. Because remember, we all
Yeah,
kept saying it's Adam Cole, it's Adam Cole, it's Adam Cole. And they threw Jack Perry stuff to like, hey, this is gonna throw you guys off. Ha ha. It was like, oh, but it still wound up being Adam Cole. And it like I don't know why people were so like heartbroken. It was like, no, you were his only friend. And it's like, dog, like we all knew this was coming. No one thought this was real. Like we just knew this was coming. Like, no, this
yeah.
is so sad. Like, oh my god.
I
So
mean, like I guess it is because like everybody loved it, but at the same time, like you said, sorry coming. I would have been more surprised if they actually chose someone else, like Jack Perry.
I would have been more, yeah, I would have been more surprised if it was someone else, and I would have been actually extremely happy if it was Max. Like, not even joking,
That
if it
that
was
would be a
Max.
twist.
Like, if it was Max, everybody would be like, what the fuck? Wait, you were the devil? And then, like, Max attacks Adam Cole while he's there. It would have been like, hold up, what the fuck? Yo, that would have been a twist that like saved this whole thing and made everybody go, "Oh my god!" Like that would have been it. Like that would have been the one.
That would have came from nowhere. Yeah, exactly. My question to you though is right.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, he should have been like you son of a bitch. Like he should have known. I mean, he wouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
been an asshole his damn self, right?
Yes.
So throughout his whole character development, becoming a good guy and whatever, I guess one of the biggest faces in the company right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does he go back to being an asshole now? Because like he lost the one guy that he trusted, his only friend, as everybody's pointing out. So does he go back to being an asshole? Like fuck the fans, fuck everybody. Like how can I trust anybody? Or does he continue this? This road to a good guy.
Okay, so there is a way to play both of them. There's a way to play both of
Okay,
them because it's either you can go straight up with, yeah, no, I'm a complete asshole because nobody fucking trusted me. Fuck you, like you son of a bitch. Like fuck all of you. You guys put me in this position. Blah blah blah. That's that's a way you could go. You could go with
yeah,
that, or or you can go with, no, I'm still gonna be me, but like I'm just gonna be pissed off at the one person that fucked me over. Like I seen that I could be a good guy, so I'm still gonna be a good guy, but fuck that. I'm gonna be a good guy that hates this one person and will kill this person because I trusted him with my heart.
gotcha.
Cause like to
By
be
the way, is Adam
honest,
still injured? Because it looked like it.
no, he's definitely still injured. That's the funniest
Okay.
part because like when they put him in the chair, it was like you're still injured, dude. Like you like I don't want you out here. And then he was trying to walk without the crutches, and he's like gingerly putting weight on his foot. And like Roderick Strong looked at him and was like, "You better stop fucking walking." And he's like, "Dude," he's like, "Stop walking." And like he just stood still for like 5 minutes because like he was doing it, and Roderick Strong was on the other side, and he just looked at him and was like, "You better stop fucking walking." And he's like, "All right." And he's like, "No, don't move." And he stopped moving and he stood right there.
Adam,
Like
Adam.
I'm surprised he didn't do that. And it
Right?
was and the funny part is like the whole thing of of him saying Max is the devil and trying to convince everybody that Max is the devil was so dumb. It was so dumb.
At a certain point, I thought he was the devil. At a certain point,
Roderick? I
yeah,
mean, that would have been funny. That would have been funny. But yeah, like that wrapped up World's End. But we still have NXT to go over that actually was I don't even know if it was a live show or a tape show, but it was a show. Cause stuff happened on it, but like I mean just like little stuff happened on it that changed everything or not changed stuff, but like it was stuff. Cause we're moving forward with the OTM storyline of them getting the title shot against the family. So that was a thing. I mean, I don't really care about it at all.
same.
We're still going with the Trick and Mellow thing. We're still trying to find out did Trick do this or did Mellow like I mean not Trick do this, did Mellow do it or what's going on? So that's another thing that's still going. We had the Heritage Cup match between Briggs and Noam Dar, and this match was going, and fucking Briggs got disqualified. And I was so baffled because this never happened before. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is a thing? And because Briggs got disqualified, that ended the whole match. I was like, wait, what? What? Yeah, he hit Noam Dar with a fucking what was it, a bucket, and that was it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know you could get disqualified in this match. But yeah,
It's basically their version of pure rules.
yeah, but like usually when you do that, like somebody usually you lose that round and then like you keep going. But like the fact that they stopped the whole match, it was like, oh shit, like,
Yeah.
goddamn. So that led to later on, Fallon Henley saying she wants to go after Tiffany and go after the title, and Jensen saying, "Listen, dog, I'm not gonna hold you guys back. I see Briggs. You want to go do your own solo thing, so like everybody just separate. All right, cool." And they broke up, and I still think Jensen's gonna fuck him up.
Yep. Yep. 100%.
So then we have a backstage thing with Axiom and Nathan Frazier, which was fucking hilarious. They're talking, and Nathan Frazier starts talking shit, and he's talking shit, and he starts talking shit about Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker's right behind him. So Braun Breaker was like, "Hey, you want to talk shit about me? Come see me in the ring." Nathan Fraser's like, "I ain't no bitch. All right, cool." So he turns to Axiom and was like, "Dog, why didn't you tell me he was behind me?" And Axiom goes, "I tried to. You didn't see me blinking?" And Nathan Fraser's like, "The fuck? You got a mask on." That fucking
That was
had
fucking
me,
hilarious.
dog, that had me dying because he literally just like so serious. It was like, "Yo, you didn't see me blinking at you?" And Nathan Fraser's face was like, "The fuck?" Like
Like,
that,
you dirty son of a bitch.
that shit was funny. I like the fact that Nathan Fraser's new gimmick is I talk shit about people and then wind up
And
having a
get caught.
match. Yes, and get caught and have a match. But the funny part is like the matches don't be bad. Like they be really fucking good, and it's like, yeah, no, I want you to keep talking shit.
You know what I want to happen one day with that?
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk shit about Sean, which is like the boss of all that shit. And then Sean puts him in such a fucked up match that like he's like, you know what? I'm gonna question myself from now on. Like, I'm gonna look around next time.
That's gonna be fucking hilarious. So then we had Cora Jade versus Korman Petrovic. This match was okay, but the funniest part out of this was Korman Petrovic does like jujitsu and like karate moves, and fucking Cora Jade just goes, "This isn't karate, dumbass." It's like, dude, you didn't have to say that.
Like, what the fuck?
Yo, she's so fucking hilarious. So then we had Lexis King versus Olivery Overy or whatever the dude's name is, fucking Thea Hill's
Oliver or
boyfriend.
something, I think.
Oliver, not Jordan. So they had this match, and the dude that Lexus King beat up to get out of this match was out there and distracted him, and Oliver won. So Riley Osborne, that's his name. Here's the thing, right?
Where the fuck we get Oliver from?
We put together Osborne and Riley. That's how we got Oliver.
Okay.
So the dude that fucking Lexus King beat up, he's fucking healthy. So why did he get taken out of the tournament?
Because he was injured that night, I assume? Because, like, he healthy as shit.
And the funny part is that tournament the match with Lexus King didn't happen the next week. So why the fuck is he out of the match? Like, I'm so confused.
That
So,
was weird as shit.
yes, it's so fucking weird. God damn, that's so dumb. But
And
it's
maybe it's
okay.
mean, like I'm being mean or whatever, but, like, dude kind of, like, gives fucking jobber vibes to me. So, like, I'm kind of glad they switched him with fucking Lexus.
Listen, I can't
So
say
I don't.
100%. I can't 100% get by that because I don't know his gimmick. Because like people's gimmicks really like turn you and make you go, "Yo, this guy's actually cool." So I can't say that until we like learn more about his gimmick.
Native American. That's all I know.
That's all we
Not that
know
that
for
makes him
now.
suck. I'm just saying.
Like that's it. But like I want to see
I'm
what
not
his
saying.
gimmick is.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's the reason he sucks. Cause like fucking what's his face, Eddie Thorpe and whatever. He has a Native American gimmick, and I actually like him a lot.
Hmm. So then we have Braun Breaker versus Nathan Frazer, and it was a fucking great match. And of course, Braun Breaker gets the win. So yeah.
Obviously,
Yep. So then we get like the catch point guys, and they're doing a promo. But also, we find out that Charlie Dempsey is going to All Japan, and he's going to wrestle for the Triple Crown Championship, which somebody tweeted out would never happen, which actually is happening, and that's the thing. So here's the thing about that, right?
Mhm.
Regal did this whole promo, and then he said, "For the first time, I'm actually acknowledging that that's my son." And that's happening because it's happening on, I think it's the 2nd. So tonight, while like AEW is going on, Charlie Dempsey makes his first appearance in All Japan Pro Wrestling. So that was awesome.
that's very awesome.
Yes. So then we get Ariana Grace, and she's complaining to Ava Raine, and Ava Raine's like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put you in a match with Roxy because she slaps your face." And she was like, "Wait, what? Wait, no, no, no. I was just complaining she slapped my face." And she's like, "No, no, no. You wanted a match, right? No, no, that's not what I want." And she's like, "Oh, no, I gave you a match already." She was like, "God damn it."
Once again, how the hell did Ava get fucking authority?
I have no fucking idea. So then we get another breakout match with Obafemi, who beats the hell out of the other guy, which is like Trevor something? I don't know.
I
But
almost said Trevor Murdoch, so don't leave it up to me.
yeah, no, no. So Obafemi wins. So is Obafemi versus Riley Osborne in the finals next week of the tournament. So that's a thing.
I think Osborne's gonna win the whole thing.
I don't know. Obafemi looks like a monster. Like he should win, but they probably will let Riley Osborne win. So whatever.
Yeah, the only reason I say that is storyline wise. Otherwise, like the monster will win.
Yeah. So then we have Joe versus Joe, and Joe Coffey versus Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy wins, but also Tank and Hank come out to help Joe Gacy. So
Are they like the new schism like I guess.
something. So then we have LWO, which is Dragon Lee and Joaquin Wild and um, Cruz del Toro,
I
and
was
they
I called him by his old name.
I was too. So then Lola Vice and Electra Lopez show up, and if you watch that, Lola Vice is kind of not happy with everything that's going on. She's like kind of like I'm over this. I'm like, it's kind
Yeah,
of weird.
like she was
But
like, "Fuck these motherfuckers! Like, why are we here?"
yeah, I was kind of weirded out. Like, wait, why are you? You're not even a heel. What the like? What's going on? Why are you mad?
Well, they are heels because like Electra's supposed to be a heel too, but she kind of gave face vibes in this segment.
Yeah, because like that's her family. Like she was part of Legado del
Yeah,
Fantasma, and
yeah.
like
I,
so to me, like if they were both to come up, I think Lola Vice would go with the other Legado Fantasma, the
yeah,
other LWO. Yeah.
they got a world
So
order.
yep. So then we had Eddie Thorpe versus Dijak in a underground match. This match was actually really fucking dope because they did a few things. It was like I wasn't expecting. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, and this is kind of cool. But Eddie Thorpe won. Finally, he beats Dijak, and he can move on. So honestly, this is Eddie Thorpe's match now because he's had two of them, and this is his match, and he's won both of them. So yeah,
No more.
no more. So then we
At
have
least
a
not for him. Give it to
Oh
somebody
yeah,
else.
not for him. Yeah. So then we had a contract signing between Trick and Ilya Dragunov, and he's saying, "Yo, Ilya, is you gonna be all right for this match?" Because Ilya Dragunov has the brace on, and Ilya Dragunov's just like, "No, I am." He takes off the brace. It's like, "Yeah, next week, me and you, I'm gonna beat your ass." I'm like, okay, well, that's the thing." So
I'll fuck
yeah,
him up.
oh no, he's gonna definitely beat his ass. So yeah, that's the thing. And so we find out that WWE is trying to work with Stardom. Like in Stardom, like I've said on this podcast before, that Stardom is open to working with WWE because the dude who Rossio Gal, who runs Stardom, is a huge fan of WWE, and it's like, okay, so that's another Japanese avenue that WWE is going into, and it's like, hmm. So that always leads to the big question: what about working with New Japan? Would WWE work with New Japan? And right now, the question is no, because New Japan is working with AEW. And it's like, well, that's a thing, but they could eventually in the future work with WWE. So, yeah.
Yeah, once like their deal is done, because I imagine like it's like limited. It they should do it because I mean like they had to deal with Impact, and you see how they screwed over Impact.
Yeah. So that was a thing. And so then we can talk about some rumors. Well, not rumors, actually, something that happened that was actually really good. Um, Kevin Dunn is gone. Kevin Dunn got fired. He's gone. He's
Happy
he's
New
up.
Year!
Yeah, like this is so crazy. Like Triple H really did mean his time was now. He literally fucking meant the time is now. He took over, and
Yep.
now he's slowly moving pieces back into place. And so here's the funny part: the person that he was supposed to put in Kevin Dunn's position is now in AEW. But the second in command, the person that he wanted to use is still there, and that person has a huge fucking reputation for like doing some amazing shit. And that person is Jeremy Borash.
Okay.
So Jeremy Borash might be stepping in Kevin Dunn's place. And we find all this out on day one of the new year, what the new regime is going to be. And also, we don't even know what the fuck happened at the house show. And I know people are like, what is a fucking house show? No, this is a special house show because they're having a house show in LA with a bunch of suitors for Monday Night Raw's television deal. And well, here's the thing. It will be like a normal thing where people be like, oh, it's just a normal thing. But when you sell out multiple house shows over the Christmas break, at the same time, it's really fucking hard for a company to be like, you know what? I don't want you. And one of those companies is still Warner Brothers Media. It's like, no, I might want you. Like, look at this house that you just sold. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be a dick with what I'm about to say. You look at a fucking house show that they fucking sold out that did like about 15, 20 mil. I mean, not 15, 20 mil, 50, 20,000 in this house show. A random ass house show, which you have CM Punk wrestling Dominic Mysterio, Cody Rhodes versus Nakamura, which Nakamura gave a crazy ass stat that I was like, this is fucking crazy. Because he said he wrestled January 1st, he was in the main event of a show. December 31st, he's in the main event of another show. So he started main event, ended main event. This was a great year for him. But like, how the fuck do you have this sellout house show and AEW has their show and WWE packed more people in for a house show? And it's like, this is the product that we own versus the product that we could get. And it's like, that kind of does sound a little like, you know what? I might want that product. So, I mean, it's a thing, but you never know.
Is there a rule that says they can't have both? Eat your cake and like, what is it? Bake your cake and eat it too? Whatever the fucking saying is.
It may be. It may be because, like, one company can be like, yeah, we want exclusivity rights, and that would happen.
Okay.
But it depends. Like, it really, truly depends, though.
So it'll be more so like for the company bitching. It wouldn't be like one of those like monopoly deals and shit.
Yeah, and like the funny part is like it wouldn't be a monopoly because people can't be like, oh my god, you have a monopoly. If you say you want exclusivity, you can have exclusivity. Like the other company can go shop around and be like, hey, I want this, I want that. I'm like, oh, okay. Because like AEW is not like total loss where they be like, hey, get off of WB. And people like they can find another home. It's not bad. It's like, no, we can find another home. It's just like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like so you can't be like, oh no, it's exclusivity because of that reason.
It'd be funny they switch though, like AEW winds up in USA or Fox or whatever, and WWE winds up in TNT or TBS.
Yeah, the funny part is like I would not be like, no, it never happened because yeah, you never know what can happen, especially now with fucking wrestling. You never know what the fuck can happen because anything can
Exactly.
happen.
The catchphrase back in the day is more true now than ever.
Oh yeah, it's definitely worse. Cause like everything you think is like set in stone. It's like, nah, you have no idea. Because we're going into 2024, and I can guarantee by the end of 2024 we're gonna be like, I I've never seen this coming. So before we end this podcast, give me 3 random predictions that you think will happen in 2024 in
3
wrestling.
random predictions. Okay.
Yes.
In 2024, right? Like not
Yes.
like if I say something in Rumble, don't count, right? Well, that would be
No,
2024.
Yeah, that is 2024.
Yeah, so we're getting random surprises. I can like it's later shit, so my brain's like working halfway right now. So fucking Sasha showing up, I think, due
Hmm.
to all the like talk and whatever. Uh, in the AJ Lee showing up, may or may not be in the Rumble. She may actually show up during like WrestleMania for like the main event, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. I can't take full credit for that because my girlfriend had that idea.
Um, so spoiler alert, she posted about her training and she actually had on the Skechers and everything. It was like, oh, they still fit. So spoiler alert,
I
that's happening.
I seen that, yeah.
Yeah.
But it could be the Rumble, you know. But she's the one that said my girlfriend said she might show up at WrestleMania, like interfere. So
Okay, you got two more.
uh, honestly, mm, oh, I'm throw a curveball. MJF is indeed going to WWE.
Okay,
Yeah,
one more.
I don't got a fourth one. So
Okay, well, that's the thing. So three random predictions. I'm gonna say
yeah.
WWE gets the TNA tape library. That that's
Oh,
that's random.
yeah.
Also, a big name from WWE leaves and goes to AEW. Who
Okay.
don't know, but a big, huge name leaves WWE and goes to AEW. This isn't even anything that I rumorly heard. This is just a wild guess.
Yeah, yeah. Because anything could happen, like we said. So,
Yeah, anything can happen. And WWE finally gets that last Samoan.
oh,
Yes. So those are the predictions. So guys, this is the last show of the year. We'll see you next year. We report on all of the great pay-per-view worthy WWE, AEW stuff. All in the first week. Not even a pay-per-view, just all in the first week. So yeah.
because you know that's gonna happen that week.
Yep. So last words.
Happy New Year.
It's just me, ooh. Okay. Day one, it's just me, ooh. Day one, it's just me, ooh. Okay. Day one, it's that. Let them all up and knock them down like this. I did. Hey, it's on me now, ooh.